I was thinking a little bit more about the question, what pathways are emerging for jobs and careers in the local food system, and I was, really trying to think about, how is it that I am involved in that, and it's like there's two specific areas that I'm very involved in, and those two would be the Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center, of which I am an agricultural and small business consultant. And then I'm also an adjunct instructor for Baker College's brand new Ag Tech 2-year degree program. So those are kind of two quick ways I can share with you how that's happening. How many of you have heard of the SBTDC? It's a really long acronym, and there will be a test afterwards to see if you can repeat that out in the hallway. But what the SBTDC is, it is a statewide network of consultants around the state, and there are only a few within the state who are agricultural specialists, such as myself. But what we do, we provide free one-on-one business counseling. We provide information-based planning, a fancy way of saying market research, and then other training opportunities. Evan referred to changing of that, the existing model for farming, so farmers can actually earn an income and truly have a livelihood and support their families. And that is one thing I deal with on a regular basis with my clients. The old way of farming, the way my grandparents farmed, it can't sustain itself that way anymore. And so a lot of times I work with businesses who are looking at ways to tweak their existing business practices and become more profitable and sustainable and all of those good things. So I work very closely with Evan. I work a lot with Susan Cacciarelli's group, and I work a lot with Wendy Whelan at the MSU Product Center. We need to work collaboratively in order to do that. The other big piece that I do with my consulting is whether you're a new business or an existing business, access to capital is a big concern, and how do we get it? And so no matter where your business is looking for capital, we can help you prepare whatever package or documents you need, whether it's financial projections or whatever, to get you there. So if you're going to a traditional lender, I know a lot of farmers do not have success going to traditional lenders, but it does occasionally happen. There are many alternative sources of financing through groups like the Northern Initiatives, the Opportunity Fund. There are even some angel groups who are now looking at investing in farms, which has been very risky in the past for them to do that. So that is a big piece of it, that we help get them ready to go to whatever lender or group to finance through. And so the other piece, I want to jump ship quickly from SBTDC to Baker College. How many of you are aware that in the last year Baker College has launched a brand new 2-year Ag Tech degree program? So the word's getting out. Okay. And it's very cool to be a part of that. I am one of their adjunct instructors, and I kind of helped them launch the fall quarter by teaching Intro to Ag. And so, which was a very broad group. Every week we were discussing something very, very different. But it was so cool to see, these students, I mean, they're, I want to say 30 and under in age range, but they grew up on family farms, or they're working for family farms, or they just want to get into it and they think a degree is the way to go, and that's great. But it's so cool to see this piece of it. And then in my day job, I'm working with existing business owners who are trying to make this go. So it's kind of neat to see the two pieces of that. But their new campus where they're teaching the Ag Tech degree is out at their Lake City campus. They bought that old car dealership just north of M55, and they bought that golf course right next to it that they're going to convert into kind of a research station of sorts. They haven't quite figured out all of those details, but through that, it is certainly another pathway for bringing those students into this whole world of local food, and it's been very eye-opening as we've been moving forward through that whole process. So that's what I have for you. Thank you.